Now, are you looking for something healthy but also delicious and easy to make?
Yeah, why, yes, I am, Tommy.
Well, we have just the thing for you this morning.
Like, it's so... I just can't believe it's happened that Nicola... You've got the exact thing that we want.
Exactly
Healthy
what you want.
and quick to make. Fantastic.
Moroccan Spiced Turkey Burgers. Beautiful.
Yeah, so I absolutely love turkey burgers. They're a really easy thing to make during the week. And my favourite thing about them is that you can change up the spices every time. So today we're going to do kind of Moroccan spices. I've got some lean turkey mince. You can use thigh mince or breast mince, whatever you can get your hands on.
Whenever I go for burgers, I always think it's just beef mince. But
Yeah,
it's good to mix it up with turkey, whatever, isn't it?
And you can mix it up with any kind of mince that you can get your hands on. Like pork mince is lovely in a burger as well. It's really, really juicy. Chicken mince, beef mince, and you can even actually do a mix of beef and pork mince. That actually gets you the best burger ever.
That's how I've heard you get the best meatballs with those, don't you?
You get a really, really great kind of texture, and because the pork is a little bit fatty, it keeps the beef really juicy, so it's a great one.
We're
doing turkey
good
today,
for athletes and stuff as well.
Yeah,
really good for you, yeah.
It's really high in protein and it's quite low in fat as well. So again, like the breast mince or the thigh mince, I kind of favour the thigh mince because it's a little bit more flavoursome.
Yeah, exactly. So how do we kick these off? You're adding loads of things.
Kicking off with some red onion. You can use white if you have it. I just find that the red is nice and sweet. Yeah. A little bit of celery going in. I like to add a good bit of kind of veggies to my burgers just to kind of get them on in there. And if you have picky eaters at home, they're not going to really notice if you chop them up really, really small.
You've hidden them, yeah, completely.
Exactly. And, you know, you could actually blitz these in the food processor so they're not lumpy either. If you are kind of trying to...
Very smart and sneaky, well done.
Sneaky burgers. And then I've got some raisins going in as well. The beauty about raisins is when they cook, they heat up and you get that lovely flavour into them. So they're quite dry now, but they'll be lovely and plump and juicy when you get to it. Nice. Then a little bit of apple cider vinegar just to kind of retain the moisture in the burger.
Okay.
What does that do, sorry?
It brings a little bit of moisture into it.
Oh.
So, you know, say if you're doing meatballs or something and you needed an egg, it's all about just the liquid going in, so the apple cider vinegar. And it kind of brings acidity through it, so it gets all the flavours kind of going.
So as opposed to an egg?
Well, no, if there was an egg, you could switch it with vinegar, but I wouldn't put egg into this one. I just go for the vinegar.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Then some hot chili powder. Now, know your audience when it comes to the chili. So, you know, a little bit of a sprinkle. You can always add more, but just kind of be aware, I suppose, that you are adding a little bit of spice.
What were those two? What was that last one?
Sorry, some ground cumin. So that's where you're going to get that lovely kind of Moroccan feel. And then a clove of garlic, nice and chopped up.
Jesus, some amount of things going into it, isn't there?
But that's the thing, though. You just lash it all in, make up your burgers, and it's really, really simple, like when you get it going.
And is it quick? Because unfortunately, I think we've got about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
I'm
really,
too busy
really
chatting here to you, sorry.
So basically, you're just going to go in. I've put some parsley and some coriander in there. Give it a good mix. And then I've got my griddle pan heating up there with a little touch of olive oil. You can use any oil you want. Rapeseed oil is great as well. And what you want to do is just give it all a good mix. I've got my gloves on so I can kind of go in and just press my burgers in together.
Kind of make them as thin or as thick as you want as
Exactly.
well.
Like if you're in a rush and you know you want to get dinner going as quickly as possible, a nice flat burger.
I always thought you would have needed egg as a binding agent. This is great.
No, the apple cider vinegar works really well. And if you get kind of, you know, mince and it's been like chilled out of the fridge for a little bit of time, it's easier to work with as well.
Okay, so a bit more room temperature.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So onto the pan there, you're going to go for about 4 to 5 minutes aside. And then I like to serve them with some kind of fresh veggies and things like that. So I've got a little bit of tomato and some cucumber. A little bit of coleslaw. I never really got into coleslaw until this summer, and it's
I love
lovely.
coleslaw. I've
really, really good with the burger.
Covered my burger in coleslaw.
Just got insane for it, yeah.
So nice little bed of the coleslaw. And then these are the burgers when they're done. Lovely, golden, really, really full of flavour. You can sort of do 4 at a time, and, you know, if there's only 2 having dinner that night, you can heat them up the next day for lunch. I love to kind of prep a good few things at once, you know, kind of one cook does you for a few meals. And also, maybe unpopular opinion, but I actually like leftover burgers. If we have a barbecue on like a Saturday night, I'll make them into brunch the next day with a nice egg.
Love that.
Yeah, so...
Do you know what's really good in that? The raisins.
Yeah, they really... They kind of plump out and they hold on to a lot of the flavour. Yeah, so you just want to kind of char nice lines into the burger. That's why I like the griddle pan, but like you could do a flat pan if you didn't have a griddle one.
Turkey can get a bit dry sometimes as well, but doesn't it, the raisins and stuff add?
Yeah,
bit
exactly.
more.
Anytime I do a turkey burger, I like to add something a little bit different to them that's going to have a bit of flavour. Equally, Frank's hot sauce, if you like a bit of spice. 2 tablespoons into the mix instead of the raisins. It's absolutely
As someone who's
magic.
not a fan of raisins, they're delicious with it. Like, they're properly really nice. A friend of mine has been having turkey burgers, I think she said every day for 3 months now.
Wow.
Which I think is a bit
That's a commitment.
A bit much, but this is a great idea. She says it's been like 3 months they've had turkey burgers every day, except for when she's at her parents' house. Because she says it's really easy. Grace.
3 months.
Grace Kavanagh. That's it. I think it's been months.
Grace needs to tune into the show a bit more. Giving her some more recipes. Nicola Halloran, thank you so much for this. This is gorgeous.
Thanks, Nicola. Cheers. Will I give you a break? Yeah, I'll give him a break.